What's going on, y'all? YouTube was good. What's good? I haven't been on in a minute, man. I'm back on here, man. I'm back on here shooting my shit, man. Trying to see what's good, man, with all this shenanigans going on, man. All this scripted, you know what I'm saying? Scripted plant agent type behavior we got going on over here. And YouTube and just in the media period, the mainstream media, the regular media, right? Just a lot of the bullshit and shenanigans that we what we witnessing over here, right? So yeah, man. So I've been hearing about this for a couple weeks now. This Justin Jones, Justin Pearson thing, and I'm just like, I just smell like a straight an agenda. I smell bullshit. Dog boss, what up? What up? I smell some BS, man. I smell an agenda, man, when it comes down to these dudes, man. These Justins and stuff, man. And to come to find out, man, I'm watching some people's shows, man. And doing some research on these dudes, and I find out one of these cats, Justin Pearson, is actually Black Lives Matter plant. You know what I'm saying? I see this dude comes out right. This cat comes out right around the time when Tennessee is pushing a transgender bill, right? Right around that same time, this guy comes out of nowhere. So they basically pushing for that, and they're pushing. They're trying to make it seem like they're protests. See, I be telling y'all that things be psyops. I be telling you that these things be psyops. These incidences be psyops. They be fake. I be telling y'all that, but y'all don't want to be listening, right? Y'all don't listen. So these incidences are psyops, right? These shootings. These see now they're calling them. They went from active shooters to mass shootings, right? They calling certain ones active shootings and mass shootings, and then they went. Now they're going from terrorism, and then you see what I'm saying? It's going from. It's just they're switching up the goalposts and they're switching up the narrative. The media will tell you two different things. They'll double speak to you real quick, like these presidents, fake presidents do. These politicians do, right? So you're getting the double speech, man. So yeah. So and then I mean, my thing is like what the caption says. You don't never hear about the funerals, man. You don't never hear about the funerals, man. You don't never hear about the funeral. You don't never see, just like even these celebrities when they die, you don't never see them. It's never an open casket. That's very strange. That's very weird if you think about it. You don't never hear. You don't never see the fact that, right? The fact that, you don't never see. You know what I'm saying? See the coroner report. You don't never see no bodies. There's never no ambulances. Why is there never no ambulances? They always say there's a fire crew. A fire crew. Not everywhere firefighters or first responders or EMS or whatever. Most cities are ambulances, right? Or they'll have the ambulance and the fire department. You just can't buy it, man. You can't make this up either, though. Y'all really got to be careful, man, when it comes down to stuff like this, man. These incidences are really just crazy, man. Really crazy. I'm just not buying it. I can't, then I guess they were talking about the one where where the tranny, the man or the trans woman. I don't know how to say these things, but so yeah, man. So they were talking about that incident the other day. What I was talking about a couple weeks ago. Excuse me, last month around like the 9th. So yeah, man. So my thing is, why can't you protest or do some kind of live demonstration to action when I mean Tennessee is one of has one of the craziest murder rates. Memphis, excuse me, but that's still a part of Tennessee, right? Memphis has one of the craziest murder rates. Why are these men not protesting when one of us get killed? Why are they not protesting when one of us gets killed by a cop? Why are they not protesting when one of us gets killed by each other? Why are they not trying to bring new legislation? You talking about gun laws and like trying to be strict? See, that's some like feminization too, because Now I can see this dude. He's about to start pushing agendas for the LGBTY. He's gonna start pushing agendas for other things, alternative lifestyles and stuff that had nothing to do with us, right? He's gonna start pushing agendas for that because why is he not advocating for any kind of legislation or anything like that? Why has it got to be gun laws or gun legislation? Guns don't kill people. People kill people. When people get stabbed or when people get killed with other things, drunk driving and stuff, you don't notice there's never no drunk driving legislation or anything like that. Y'all notice that? Y'all notice there are never any legislation. You know what I'm saying? There's never no legislation uh, on any type of alcohol, right? Ban. You talk about banning abortion, but they'll never talk about banning drunk driving or cracking down on drunk driving. See, these people push these agendas on stuff that they want to get rid of or they really want to disarm or really hurt really bad. My bad. I sent it to you, Doc Boss. My bad. I think I sent it to you twice right now. You notice that? They'll only, when stuff, see, and they'll never push agendas in our favor. It's always against us, the agendas. It's always to destroy something or to really, to dismantle something, right? You see what I'm saying? Y'all notice that? So look, why are these dudes not protesting or doing anything when one of us get killed? They see that the murder rate is like that in Tennessee. See, you got to do it when some so-called white kids, because there was nobody that got killed that day at that school. There was nobody that got killed. They were showing you footage. Let's just the hell with all this politically correct stuff. Let's just be honest. These people showed you footage. They showed you footage of something, of a mass shooting incident that they had last year. It's that simple. They showed you footage of something that happened last year. It's that simple. So they're showing you something that happened last year, right? It's easy to say, oh, this. See, I could give you some footage, and I could give you something that happened that's a actual drill, right? And I can make it seem like it's real. Cause see, you didn't see no bodies, you didn't see no blood on old girl. You seen two different news feeds to where she had two different pairs of shoes on. Can anybody explain to me how you get two different pairs of shoes on? How do you change your shoes? Oh, it was a 2-day incident, right? It was a 2-day event, 2-day active shooting. And why would you have a active shooting drill for 2 days? It was a 2-day event or 2-day active shooting drill. So it's easy for, guess what? I'm gonna have two different pairs of shoes on 2 different days. I got the Vans on one day. Look, I got the motherfucking other black and white color Vans on another day. And then you had a reporter saying that she was there at the active shooter drill. What was the reporter doing there? Right? Like, was it news footage? Why don't you see footage of the active shooter drill if it was recorded? Because that's the same footage that they're showing you as the actual shooting incident. See, we don't think, we don't break stuff down. That's why we be looking crazy. That's why other groups look at us the way they do. Well, the fact that we don't stick together too, and get mad and say something when other people stick together, shit don't make no sense. But I see why people see that we're not on our P's and Q's. We're not on P's and Q's. We're not on our toes, right? We're not on our toes at all, man. It's like we're really past. We just really past the marker, man. If you really think about it, and shit. But so I'm gonna play a couple clips real quick, man. And it's funny because I was just I made up this show, and then this is a YouTuber. I don't know who his name is, or whatever, but I'm gonna give a shout out to him anyway. I'm gonna play a little bit clip of his video, right, just to show you too. But this guy just happened to be talking about him and made a video. Well, not the same day. He didn't make it today, but he just happened to make a video about this same guy, Justin Jones and Justin Pearson. Justin Pearson. I'm talking about really mainly Justin Pearson. I know for a fact that he is a Black Lives Matter Oakland chapter member. See, we talk about And you had people, I don't want to say their names, man. We had YouTubers defending this motherfucking shit. Like, dude, I'm sorry, dude. See, I see why we vote black. I see why we vote for somebody that looks like us, just because they look like us. Because we do it in any other kind of dynamic. I'm sorry, just because you look like me doesn't mean shit. As a matter of fact, a lot of times when you look like me, there's a good big chance that you don't like me. Yeah, that you don't like me, right? So I mean, come on, let's just be honest right here for a second, for a change, for the good and the bad and the evil and the ugly, right? Let's be honest with ourselves, because when you're not honest with yourself. So look, I'm gonna play this clip real quick, right? And I got another one right now. I'm gonna play. I got a couple other ones. So let's get into this shit real quick. It's just a coincidence how this shit was just, and he named it political theater. It is political theater. Okay, hold up. We'll go back just a little bit, and then this. Okay, so this is fair use under the Fair Use Act, 1976, Section 107. This basically prevents me and gives me fair use to show this video for commentary purposes and educational purposes. In this case, man, criticism purposes. I'm criticizing the hell out this motherfucking video. But see, these these dudes are ages because you got to look at it like this. That's what these rappers. Cardi B talks about being a thought, a hoe, man. You got to jack these motherfuckers, man. Sell your pussy, sell pussy, and she talks about that. But she's married with a kid though. She promotes baby mama behavior. All these rappers promote thought, baby mama culture, single, chaotic culture, but then at the same time, they're married with kids though. Do y'all notice how that works? You ever notice that? These rappers, you got a future, right? One of the biggest just posers, right? Just fronting ass motherfuckers, right? He was promoting drug use. He don't do no drugs. Future don't do no. Future don't even smoke weed. So I mean, and he talking about Molly Lean and all this shit, and he don't even do it himself. So I mean, these people are paid to just lie in front and push agendas to y'all when they don't even go by them same agendas, right? That's what they get paid millions of dollars for. What up? What up? I'm gonna drop the link for you, BJ, right now. Sure. That's why they get paid millions of dollars, man. You know what I'm saying? They get paid millions. Oh, I hit the stream. Why did I hit the stream? They get paid millions of dollars, right? Because they're not talented. These motherfuckers ain't talented, man. They get paid millions of dollars of shit to lie and bullshit coerce your kids. Because they're really going after. Well, I can't say just the kids because there's a lot of stupid ass adults out here. So they just go and listen to the shit too, more than the kids probably even man. Because the club plays this bullshit, that bullshit too. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. So I see why, that's why they get paid. They don't get paid because they're talented. You know what I'm saying? They don't get paid because they're pushing, they're spitting some actual good music. You know what I'm saying? Right? I mean, that's like, okay, you would think I get paid for what I do because I'm good at it, right? I'm a professional and shit. It has to involve some kind of talent, right? These motherfuckers ain't got no goddamn talent. You serious? Are you playing, right? So look, yeah, man. I don't know what the hell these dudes are talking about, man. So we're gonna play a little bit of this real quick, man. So this I already did a fair use little speech. All right, so listen to this real quick. This dude is spitting some fire too, man. He's saying the same stuff I'm saying, right? He's saying the same things I'm saying because it's facts.
And transgender funding of some sort. This guy all of a sudden pops up a week later after the Tennessee legislator decides to put forth anti-LGBT legislation. So he pops up out of nowhere with some afro pushing some blackity black agenda. And when he's giving his speeches, he dips his toe and he says a few things like LGBT, or he'll say queer.
But see, there is no black, right? That's the thing. Is crazy about that situation. There is no black, and honestly, we should be really mad, and we should really be really insulted when people call us that. Because Asians, you can't call them yellow. You can't call no Asian no yellow. Hey, call an Asian or yellow person. Please do that. Call an Asian person a yellow. Hell, call Asians yellow on Twitter. Call Asians yellow on your Facebook, your social media. See what happens. your ass is gonna get banned. Your ass is gonna get banned, dude. Come on, man. See, why do other groups now? Mexicans will refer to themselves as brown on some like gang banging street shit. They call themselves brown, right? But Mexicans don't really call themselves brown like that. They don't. You know what I'm saying? On a national stage, they're not gonna say, "Oh, for my brown people." Or us brown people get, only brown people get that. Oh, brown, you know what I'm saying? They don't do that like how we use that black word, dude. Like it's just like it's our, you know what I'm saying? Like it's our a shield or a fortress or something. You know what I'm saying? There is no black, man. Black is not even a color, man. It's not even on the colors. You know what I'm saying? It's the last thing on the color scheme. That's why it's indigo, Indian, right? But see, we don't want to call ourselves Indian though, because that's really describes us more than black. You know what I'm saying? Because that would refer to some kind of nationality if we called ourselves Indian, right? We're not. We have no nationality out here calling ourselves black. You know what I'm saying? They took away our sovereignty and our nationality, and we're riding with it, and we're okay with it. You know what I'm saying? These motherfuckers took our nationality away from us. Everybody else. That's why you think people come to this country and they get treated like gold because they have some kind of nationality. They have some national standing, right? And their nationality has a standing by law. We're not shaming those out. We're not shaming those Al Sharpton wannabes. That's exactly what we're not doing, bro. We're not getting on them Al Sharptons. We're not getting on them like we should be, right? But you're a conspiracy theorist. You talk about Al Sharpton or Messi Jesse Jackson. They want to fuck with you after that, right? You know what I'm saying? But this guy Justin Jones and Justin Pearson, and he had come out with the Afro out of nowhere. See, we have to go with what his agenda is, right? We have to go with what he's talking about. We have to do that. Right, we have to go what he's talking about, right? Because the plant in the powers that be and these motherfuckers that are paying him on some agent provocateur type stuff, they that's what they want us to be. They want us to be on the shit that he's on. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean, he sounds like a piece of shit. I mean, you ask me, you talking about queer and all this shit that don't have nothing to do with us, right? You talking about a bunch of shit that has nothing to do. See, that queer shit is not gonna help our communities, dude. Give me something that's gonna help the community and shit. Give me something that's gonna benefit the community. It's not that. It's not calling yourself black. It ain't that either, man. We've been calling ourselves that shit for how long now? Has anything got better? No. But see, that makes sense. Oh man, they're not giving us a reparations because of the color of skin. No, that's not true. Africans come here and they're considered white, right? So that's not true. That's bullshit. They have a nationality. That's why we have no nationality. That's why we get treated like how the way we treated. Africans don't get treated fucked up like that. You got Africans that gangbang. They got African Crips and Bloods out here in California. Do you hear about it on the news? No. You don't hear about that on the news. You hear about the American so-called black people gangbangers on the news all day, 24/7, in every 50 states. You hear about that, but you don't hear about the Africans that are gangbanging though. You notice that? I don't know how people still fought for the shuck and dive role. I still don't get it. It's, the people are just that. Let's just say people are stupid. People are just dumb, dude. They really are. So let me play the rest of some of this shit real quick.
But he'll combine it with a bunch of other shit. He'll just slide little things like that in there. And what that tells you is that this dude is he's a puppet, but he's a Manchurian candidate. I don't know if I said that word right. He basically is coming in showing you one face, but he is going to pivot and be on some people of color, help the immigrants, LGBT. Okay, we got to help everybody, not just black people type of stuff. But this is what you get when dominant society tells you who your leader is going to be.
Right, but at the same time, when us calling ourselves black, it's easy to do that. It's easy to just that's just like calling us calling ourselves. See, I'm gonna break it down. That's just like calling ourselves a minority. Minority, we're not the minority in this world. We're the majority. There's more people that look like us than the so-called Europeans. So how are we the minority, right? We don't think though at all. We just go along with this shit. And for two, us calling ourselves black, which is dead by law. Look it up, man. Go. I mean, none of you have a law dictionary. Look up black. Look up the word black in a law dictionary. It means, excuse me, dead in law. Basically has no standing by law. Does anybody know that? So look, right? I bet it is like that in Africa. But so by us calling ourselves that, we're basically surrendering our sovereignty. We're surrendering our nationality. We're surrendering everything. So you could lump us in the category as Mexicans or immigrants or wherever else, man. You know what I'm saying? You could look up in the category of LGBT, because that's a false. All that shit is a false. Mexican kind of is controversial, that word. Uh, um, all those are falsehoods, right? Some of those are misnomers. Black is a misnomer, dude. I mean, I don't understand why people don't understand that by now. So you get these, just like these cats talking about, oh man, back to Africa. What's some Pan African people? Pan African, that movement is dead. That shit didn't die. That Pan African movement. Guess what? Because they got debunked. There's no facts behind it. They're talking about, oh man, we come from Africa. What part of Africa? Oh, West Africa. What? Okay, what? Oh, Mali, and it's only the same. It's the same countries that these people talk about. It's not. Why is it not different countries? Why didn't we come from different countries in Africa then? Why is it just those three? Mali and Ghana. And what's the Congo? Why is it just? I don't get it. So you mean to tell me there was no slave trade in Ethiopia? None of us came from Ethiopia. None of us came from East Africa. None of us came. And see, the Pan Africans will give you some shit to where they're start talking about Egypt. So if we would just look, if we just came from West Africa as slaves, how the hell do we have northern African origins, which is Egypt? How do we have those kind of origins? Nobody can tell you that, right? All right, so let's keep going with this.
He's gonna be two-stepping and dancing. Look.
Civil rights movement is a movement that we must look at and follow the lead on, because they have
basically trying to give you like a fake what's the dude, Malcolm X type dude. He has glasses, afro, you know what I'm saying, goatee. They're trying to give you a fake Malcolm X, bro. But see, Malcolm X was not for any of this stuff this guy's pushing. See, that's the cold thing about it, man. These people give you the leaders. That's why we gotta stop calling these people leaders, dude, because spelling, you know what I'm saying, cursing and spelling, you put out stuff like this in the ethers, you put out spells in the ethers in the motherfucking universe. Stop calling these people leaders. They're not your leaders, okay? And if you really sound stupid and you really sound like you're a minority, that if you need a leader, ooh, you really sound like a minority if you need a leader. Because guess what? The root word of minority is minor. You sound like a kid if you need a leader. Guess what? A kid cannot enter into a minor cannot enter into a contract. Oh, black is dead by law. Mason Capone, what up? Oh, black is dead by law. Black has no standing by law, and guess what? A minor can't enter a contract. Come on now, y'all. Come on now. They don't want to mess with me with this shit.
have had victory after victory after victory, but no victory is won forever. We have to continue to fight and continue to go against the systems of oppression that always seem to come back.
Meanwhile, look, these motherfuckers work for the same oppressors they're talking about that are oppressing us. They work for the same people. These people work for the government. They're plants. They're talking about separation with church and state. Then why do they let the church be tax exempt? Why does the government, why do they let the churches be tax exempt if they're not working together? And why can't the churches reveal certain things about the state, i.e. the government? And if they do, they'll lose their tax exempt status. Come on now, y'all keep playing. Y'all play too much. This is him and the other guy, Justin Jones. They're the guys that got expelled from the Supreme. You know what I'm saying? From the Supreme Court, or from the courts or whatever, because or they got expelled. You know what I'm saying? Because from that, and then they protested on those gun laws, right? See, you a straight black man. Or I keep saying that word. You a straight man that looks like us. Why would you be pushing for anti-gun? See, that lets me know right there, dude. If you're a straight man that look like us and you pushing for abortion or any kind of gun, taking away guns or anything like that, you're a suspect. You're a suspect. You suspect. I can't mess with you, suspect, dude. I can't mess with it. I can't rock with it. I can't. What's the word? I can't condone it. You're a suspect. My bad. This window's open. All of a sudden, motorcycles all of a sudden just happen to be out when I'm live. Man, right, dude? How you like? You know what I'm saying, Doc Ball? How does that work, man? If you pushing for, and see, they talk about, they talk that shit with these guns because they know that we're getting killed by guns. But guess what? It's not the motherfucking gun. It's the dumb motherfucker behind the gun, right? As I get it, I'll kill myself and shit if I hate myself. That BJ, what up? What's going on, man?
What's up, man?
BJ, you know what I'm saying, on this bad boy. What's good, man? I'm just over here revealing these plants. You know what I'm saying? These pawns, these puppets. You know what I'm saying? These dudes, man. These dudes is nothing but pawns, dude. You know what I'm saying?
Well, they fighting for the trannies.
That's what I was. That's what I was saying, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? It just happened to be, that legislation just happened to be coming out with, that anti-trans whatever. So, you know what I'm saying? When this guy popped up, you know what I'm saying, last month or earlier this year, this month. So, yeah, man. I mean, it's just this, and then they try to have him look like Malcolm X, like one of these figures, you know what I'm saying, afro and glasses, and you see what I'm saying, talk about oppression, but Malcolm X wasn't pushing for any of the stuff that he's pushing for, and see, we don't get it. You know what I'm saying? We don't understand, dude, because we get caught up into this bullshit symbol, because subconsciously, I think we know that these are the people. These people are telling us to follow these people, these figures. I think we subconsciously know this, man. I think we, you know what I'm saying? Because we subconsciously know because they're on the news. And we subconsciously know because they're telling us that they're fighting for us. These same white reporters, right, are telling us what he's fighting for or what they say he's fighting for. It's just bullshit. It's a double-sided narrative. And we all know that the media controls the narrative. So we really got to be careful and be patient and be vigilant on stuff like this, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but he fighting for the trannies like a mug, dude. Yeah, he sounds more like King Doc Boss, but it's like the look is like a Malcolm X type look. You know what I'm saying, dude? Like, BJ, what you think about this, man? I know you got the breakdown to this, man. You know what I'm saying?
I just look at it like a clown show, but I mean, the sad thing is that the other guy, Justin Jones, that guy a liar. He a Filipino.
That's what I heard, dude. That he's exactly. But see, just because he look a little dark and shit, we go with it. You know what I mean? That's our fault.
He's a Filipino, and as a matter of fact, not only is he a Filipino, he's also he got arrested in 2020 for the BLM riots. And when he got in that BLM riot, he got bailed out. He was supposed to go to jail for throwing a cone at a driver doing a traffic stop or traffic protest or something.
So they're both, they're both Black Lives Matter pawns, yeah. Because I know Justin Pearson was definitely from that Black Lives Matter Oakland for sure.
No, that's Justin Jones. That's the one in Oakland.
Okay, him. Oh, it's him. Okay.
Yeah, he's Filipino. His family immigrated here when he was young or something. Then he went from Oakland, California, but he got a weird twist because then he's from Oakland, California, but he goes all the way to what?
To Tennessee.
Vanderbilt University in Tennessee. Like, that don't make sense.
Right. All of a sudden, why would you go that far into the country just to go to school? It's like,
you're right.
We don't be. But see, I mean, I ain't gonna say no names, man. But you had YouTubers over here talking like defending these dudes and talking about, yeah, man, And I just see that's why on this channel, man, you're gonna get this the wrong cut, man. You're not gonna get the bullshit. That's why I got a little bit of subscribers, and because I don't go hard as I should on this channel, but. And the other reasons because that's why I got a little bit of subscribers because I tell it how it is. If people don't want to hear it, I share this to people on Facebook and my social media. They don't want to hear this shit. You know what I'm saying? They want to support because we don't support each other. But if this was if I was a European talking this shit or talking some shit that they agree with, they'd be all over it, like white on rice. But see, that just goes to show the self-hatred of ourselves. That's why the crime rate in our communities is so damn high, because we hate ourselves. Let's just be honest and shit. You know what I'm saying? And they talking about this gun legislation shit. It's not the guns killing the people, it's the fucking people. You know what I'm saying? We need to see, we're being in a society where they're pushing just a lot of lies and facade and bullshit on us every day. They're pushing, looks like, for example, they're pushing the trans thing, and they're really trying to make it seem like they're women by saying that they can have a period. It's just they're pushing stuff that's just, you know what I'm saying? They're trying to make it to where they're hitting us with the propaganda so much that we believe, you know, because repetitiveness, you know, hear something over and over and over again, you're going to really believe the lies. You know what I'm saying? No matter if it's a lie or it's true. So, man, that's on us, man. You know, this is dumbing us down. And this is proof that we're dumbed down, because not that much of us, I mean, some of us are waking up, but there's a lot of us that are just still just on a stupor, right? Because all you got to do is give us entertainment. All you got to do is give us women twerking. All you got to do is give us, you know, these dudes on social media showing their guns and talking about ops and all this stupid shit, talking about how much drugs they do. So, you know, it's just fucking crazy, man. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, these dudes is plants. You know what I'm saying? I don't trust them. I don't mess with them. I can't trust them as far as I throw them, man. Like you were saying, man. These dudes is they ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? They ain't nothing. You know, and you know, I'm just not surprised. You know what I'm saying? I'm not surprised. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, like I said earlier, they got these rappers that are pushing these agendas. That's why they get paid millions of dollars. They got these politicians pushing these agendas on us, because they really know that we're not sharp like that. They really know we're not politically savvy. They really know that we're not hip to a lot of stuff, right? You know, and they talking about, yeah, man, this shit is crazy, man. But yeah, man, I wanted to get into this shit with with BRICS, man, and this money thing, man. And this is another thing, man. They're controlling the narrative. The media is controlling the double side of the narrative, man. They're talking about, you know, they're talking about, you know, oh man, the cost of the dollar is so low and this and that. But see, what it really is, oh man, you know, it's falling, it's this and that. But see, what they did is they're pushing, and they made the price, you know what I'm saying, higher with inflation, right? That's why I think that's why a lot of these countries in America knows what they're doing. I think that's why a lot of these countries is moving away from the dollar, because the price of the inflation is so fucking high, man, and the cost of that shit. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to make the value of it higher than what it really is. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, that's what that is with that.
No, I'm actually doing a show.
You know what I'm saying? So they're trying to really think and trying to push the fact, you know what I'm saying, trying to push this currency higher than what it is. And that's why a lot of these countries are just moving away from it, man. These countries don't have no time for it. They know that the price of the dollar is not even worth what the, you know, America, what the government is trying to push for. But at the same time, America just sold China a gang of oil too. So what it is, they're trying to make it seem like, oh man, BRICS and this and China, this and that. But America's still doing business with China. They have to do business with China. China owns certain things in America. China owns the toll roads. China owns the fucking ports. Why do we think that there's some kind of beef? You know what I'm saying?
You got a point.
Right? You know. And then Junior Coltrane, I don't think you talking about people trying to give. So we can't talk about reparations with like that and then talk about give when these countries and this country and this government gives bailout to corporations every day and shit. So I kind of don't look at it like that. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, and then we don't talk about people give when these foreigners get shit though. So we got to be balanced out. We can't just talk about, you know, people handouts when it's us and shit. That's kind of like a white Republican talking point, conservative talking point. That's all they say, but they don't want us to have shit though. So I don't listen to people like that. They don't want us to have shit and don't think we should have shit. That's the enemy. And when people talk about talking points like that, oh man, you just want a handout. Damn, dude. Like, I mean, Jim Crow wasn't that long ago and shit. I'm not talking about slavery. Because that shit, a lot of that shit debunked. I'm talking about Jim Crow, right? I'm talking about redlining of the districts. I'm talking about this mass incarceration thing that they did to us. I'm talking about the war on drugs, the crack thing they did to us, locked us up, and wrote legislation specifically to target us, our group, right? I'm talking about that reparations in that sense. I'm not talking about no damn slavery. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really. I look at it from all angles. I don't look at it just, oh man, a person, a so-called black person talking about he wants reparations. I'm not gonna hit him with that talking point like, oh man, you just want a handout, or you just want people to give. America, the government is always giving to everybody else all the time, bro, and we don't call it giving when they give it to other people. But when it's us, then we talk. We I don't like that. It doesn't make any sense. You know what I'm saying? But was America given when the the wealth gap is so hot, much higher for us and them? Were they given then or what? No. But yeah, man. So I mean, America with this BRICS thing too. It's a lot of propaganda. And it's a lot of what's the name with this BRICS thing too. It's a lot of lies. Don't believe this media, man. Don't make it seem like. Don't believe the media when they're talking about the power of the dollar is just so low right now and it's just losing value. Don't believe that, right? And there's research to, you know what? No, okay, not that, but don't believe the fact that that the government is not trying to make the price of a dollar higher than it is. There we go. My bad. Don't believe that they're not trying to do that, right? That's why these countries are falling off from the dollar. They're like, fuck that. That's just like you investing into something that is not really worth as much as people are trying to sell it. You're going back out. You're not going to invest in it. You're going back out like, I'm good, right? That's how that works. It doesn't work like that. You don't invest into something that, you know what I'm saying? See, it's not no black paranoia. There's nothing stopping me from I'm getting mine on this damn channel right now. You know what I'm saying? But see, when somebody gives to you, that's not getting yours. You're working for something, and somebody's still gonna give something to you because it's an exchange thing. So that's still not getting yours. That's not. I don't get it. That's still somebody's still giving you something when you work for it. I don't understand. But yeah, man. I mean, it's just crazy, man. BJ, what you think about that BRIC shit, man? I think it's all a facade. I think a lot of that shit, the American government is trying to is a lot of lies and bullshit in that. They raise the power of the price of the dollar. They raise the interest rates and shit. And those interest rates, they didn't just affect us; they affect the other countries too. That's why you think so many of these countries are backing out. They did join forces, BRICS. That's true. That's not a lie. But it's the power of the price of a dollar is not worth what America is trying to say it's worth and push what it's worth, man. And people are backing out of this shit. That the interest rates and so people are not. Why you think they start outsourcing the job? Because they're greedy and and they're not for Americans any damn way. But they really start outsourcing those jobs in the 80s too because the interest rates and the fucking taxes on the property on the land was too damn high. So they figured, let's go and ship this shit to other countries to where the taxes are super low, so we can make more profits. It's all games, right? BJ, what you think about this shit, man? I think it's some games, man. BRICS is real, and they are going to make their own currencies and all that shit. I think they're really doing that. But what do you think about what I just said, man? It's just like America's doing shit that they're not going to tell us. America's double talking. You know what I'm saying? What you think, BJ?
They always double talk, but double talking is key.
Ooh.
Double talking the language of the land. That's what the problem is with double talking is. So we just got to know how we're gonna handle this thing. So it can be a lot of inflation, and they're already trying to put in EPA restrictions. So
this is all for the digital currencies. You know what I'm saying? Because they're going to do that. Remember, let me go into that real quick too right now. What's the FedNow. Y'all heard about that app? That FedNow app? That shit,
Yeah, Fed now.
that shit is ridiculous. See, this is what I'm talking about, right? Everything happens for a reason. It's not coincidental. Not coincidental. This has there's really no such thing as a coincidence, right? So this is an app. This is not going to be a good app. This is not going to be good for us, man. It ain't going to be good for us at all, man. So that's why they're doing this. They're doing this. They're collapsing the economy on purpose. And look, they started with the collapse of the economy in I really think in 2008, really, even before that. But then you fast forward to 2020 with the scamdemic, right? And then 3 years later, you know what I'm saying, right now in 2023, with this bullshit with Ukraine and you know what I'm saying, and everybody leaving the dollar and the inflation. I mean, the inflation is crazy. But see, they're lying to you, right? Because somebody in my job showed me that they said that inflation is up to 5%, but on the news they'll tell you 20-something%. But see, why are they giving you, like you said, it's important, BJ. They're giving you two different scenarios to confuse you. You see what I'm saying? What the inflation rate really is, right? And they do that all the time. That's the media's job. What you think, BJ? Right?
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. That inflation gonna be tough on some people. That's why I don't understand why people buying all these gadgets. You can't do what you want to do in a recession or depression. But people still buying the bullshit, the flashy cars, the clothes, and daggone the nails and the hair. So it is what it is, brother.
Damn. That's a good point, BJ.
Yeah.
That's a good point. That's a good point, dude. You're right. We still buy, you know what I'm saying? And this is really, and see, that's why the news hits you with that, oh, it's not a recession now. And that's why Joe Biden hits you with that bullshit now, too. It is. It's been a recession. What? Come on, the interest for how many quarters have it been this high for? How many quarters have the interest rate, you know what I'm saying, so far been this high for it straight back to back? That sounds like a recession to me. You know what I'm saying? And then you got all these people ditching the currency because guess what? Because y'all stack the interest rates so high, way more than they should be. These other countries are not. They know that the dollar's not worth that much, man. These people ain't stupid just because they're another country. Just because they're not the so-called the big power that America is, right? Don't mean they stupid. All right, so let me play this real quick, man. So they're gonna break down this FedNow shit, and let me see if y'all, so you know what I'm saying, are gonna be so comfortable with this BS, right? With this BS, like y'all, you know what I'm saying?
They comfortable with it, brother.
So they big time.
They're very comfortable with it.
For a new fence or gate for your home or property, type in your address and drop the red pins to create the perimeter of your desired fence. Boom! Take advantage of Everfence's price match.
In today's fast-paced world, time is money. More people, businesses, and organizations are demanding instant payments. That's why the Federal Reserve is developing the FedNow service, a safe and efficient instant payments infrastructure that will modernize the U.S. payment system. The FedNow service will give financial institutions the opportunity to innovate, enabling their customers to send and receive money in seconds, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Funds will settle between financial institutions in real time, which means there's no buildup of interbank obligations, and end users will have access to the funds in seconds. How will the FedNow service work? Imagine the owner of a coffee shop is running low on coffee beans and needs to schedule a quick delivery. She places an order, and the coffee bean company sends her a request for payment. She responds to the request for payment and pays for the coffee beans right then and there through an app from her credit union, which uses the FedNow service. Once she initiates the payment, her credit union screens the payment and sends an ISO 20022 compliant payment message, either directly or through a service provider to the FedNow service over the Federal Reserve's FedLine network. The FedNow service instantly validates the payment message and passes it along to the coffee bean supplier's bank. In real time, the supplier's bank confirms to the FedNow service that it intends to accept the payment. and the FedNow service debits and credits the master accounts of both the shop owners and the coffee bean suppliers' financial institutions or the master accounts of their correspondents. The FedNow service also immediately sends a payment message with an advice of credit to the supplier's bank and notifies the shop owner's credit union that settlement is complete. Finally, the supplier's bank credits the supplier's account in near real time, making the funds available. The supplier's bank will have the option of sending a confirmation to the shop owner's credit union that the payment has been posted to the supplier's account, providing the coffee shop owner with certainty that the payment was received. The FedNow service will be designed to be flexible and support a broad range of potential use cases. Banks, credit unions, and other industry providers can use it as a springboard for innovation to support a range of applications such as account-to-account transfers and bill pay. For example, now imagine it's after hours and the shop owner gets a reminder that her car insurance bill is due today. She may be able to avoid a late fee by initiating a bill payment in her credit union app and selecting to pay it now. Later, she repays a friend for a pizza they shared using an app provided by her credit union that clears and settles through the FedNow service. With this service, banks and credit unions can remain competitive by offering the type of payment options customers increasingly expect in today's fast-paced world. The FedNow service will support flexible adoption, allowing financial institutions the option to work with aggregators, processors, and correspondents to adopt the service. Banks and credit unions will also have the option to adopt the full set of FedNow capabilities or sign on as a receive-only participant. The initial launch of the FedNow service will focus on core clearing and settlement capabilities. Additional features will be released in phases to meet evolving industry demands and changes in technology. Get ready for the FedNow service. Learn more at fednow.org.
It's hard to believe Mint's new family plan is just $15 a month per person. So I've asked my wife and plan member to back me up. You're not my wife.
No, I just stand in for her on set during the boring stuff.
The boring stuff. Are you kidding? I'm announcing a family plan where just 2 lines gets everyone the $15 price. I'm literally revolutionizing the category.
Yeah, she owes me huge for this one.
Can you please let her know I'm upset?
Really?
No. Don't tell her I said that.
So what do y'all think, man? It's see, I shouldn't have played
The
that
Federal Reserve is considering a digital dollar.
because that's them.
The implications for privacy and freedom are frightening.
Okay.
Hello, I'm Steve Forbes, and this is What's Ahead, where you get the insights you need to better navigate these turbulent times. Central banks around the world are examining whether they should create digital currencies. China is gradually enrolling one already. Japan may launch a digital yen by 2026. India is moving ahead in this front. The Federal Reserve is on the bandwagon here, where experiments and
But let's
studies
not
are.
stop. Whoa, let's not act like the Federal Reserve is just a part of this. See, look, I'm gonna tell you some real shit. These other YouTubers ain't gonna tell you this shit. The Federal Reserve aren't just white people, man. They're not just European people. We think, we have these Europeans talk about the Federal Reserve, and it's subconsciously in our mind, we think, oh, it's a bunch of white motherfuckers. No, the Federal Reserve are private owners from different countries that invest in these private banks. It's not just European people. So guess what? The Federal Reserve could be people from all these countries they just named. They could be people from China. They could be people from India. They could be people from Brazil.
Man, you got a lot of people on the Federal Reserve, brother.
Exactly. So break it down, BJ. Break it down, man.
But no, I ain't breaking it down too much. You know what group of people control the Federal Reserve. I ain't got to break it down so much.
But you see what I'm saying?
The Sweden control that, so you know who controlling that. Rockefeller Foundation.
Right.
You know.
But it's
because
different.
Carnegie probably got them in there. You got some other people in there.
But you see how but I mean, this dude is, I think he's going to break it. He's going to break down. He's going to break it down or whatever, the scary parts of the shit and the negative parts of the shit. Because it's not good for these people, because these people are the ones that are making the interest rates go up. You know what I'm saying? They're the ones that you see, that make the bullshit a lot of times. So, and they're not part of the government, but at the same time, they're in cahoots with the government. You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
Jewish people are white, bro. They are Jewish people. Okay, see, Jew in your Coltrane. Okay, if that's the case, then how come Kyrie Irving couldn't say he was a Jew if Jewish people aren't white? Can you answer me that question real quick before I continue on this topic? Because you're saying stuff that doesn't make any sense. Can you answer me that question? Why was Kanye West ridiculed for him saying he's a real Jew then, if that's the case, if they're not white in their eyes? The Jewish people are European, but the Israelites are not, right? Let's just be honest. The real true chosen ones are not. That doesn't make any sense though. But anyway, what he just said didn't make no sense. Let's just ignore that comment. So, because I've heard other people say, I motherfucker in the gym trying to argue with me and shit about that shit, and he looked it up. Oh, you were right. I know I was right because I'm right. I know what I'm talking about. I try not to say shit that comes out of this pie hole that's not true, that I don't know nothing about. Because if I don't know nothing about it, I'm gonna say, you know, I don't know nothing about it. BJ or somebody, why don't you break that down or something? Once you feel me? I'll say that. But I mean, I'm not that prideful to the point where I'm gonna talk about a bunch of shit I don't know about, man, and act like I do and shit. I don't want to look like a fool on YouTube or nothing like that. So yeah, man. But this dude, man, I think let me play a couple minutes of it real quick, man. Just a couple minutes, man, to see. Because this federal dollar is not going to be good, or a federal app, whatever the fuck they're trying to make. And then notice the Cash App dude end up dead, right? The guy that made up Cash App end up dead, and then a couple weeks later, you hear these people talking about the federal Fed app. My bad, right? But get it, fed like they're feeding you, like you were fed, past tense.
Already underway. These moves to what is dubbed a central bank digital currency, CBDC, may sound like making sure financial institutions are keeping up to date and ensuring currency stability amid cryptos that are crashing in value, along with the sensational multi-billion-dollar collapse of crypto exchange FTX. Now, advocates say CBDCs will help central banks better fight inflation because they'll have more direct control over the money supply, that it will sharply speed up transaction payments between buyers and sellers in the marketplace, where settlements, most particularly if they cross borders, can take days before a payment clears and you can access your money. It will also help fight money laundering and keep rogue nations from evading sanctions. But central bank digital money is ominous. The downside of governments being able to track digitally every single product or service you buy and sell is chilling. This is where China's headed. India has been trying to reassure skeptics by declaring that transactions would stay, quote, largely anonymous.
So I think they'll be able to do this with the Fed app, but for sure, we all know they're going to be able to do that with the CBDC, the central banking digital currency. They're going to for sure be able to do that. They can stop your transaction if some shit is like, you know how something initializing is loading shit for. It's like that, kind of like you kind of figure, oh man, your shit is initializing for too long. We're gonna have to stop payment on this shit. Your shit has been in the bank for too long. They could do stuff like that. And he already just said China's going see. But notice how China and them are doing this, and then America's going to start doing it. If these people are so much like enemies, why are we doing the same thing they're doing? Why are we jumping on their bandwagon? Or why are we all mimicking each other if we're so much enemies? We're working. Don't believe the media. They're working with China. They just sold oil to China not too long ago. Gang of oil. Don't believe America, man. Don't believe the media, man. They lying. They trying to make it seem like these people are enemies. They trying to make it seem like Putin is enemy. Okay, wasn't a couple of years ago when Trump was in office, us and Putin weren't we buddy? So now all of a sudden, don't believe the hype. Don't believe the hype, man.
End quote. But government bureaucracies won't be able to resist the temptation. They'll always have excuses like fighting crime or combating tax cheating. CBDCs would give officials a powerful tool of control and manipulation. It would be an irresistible drug for central banks trying to direct the economy. If they think the economy is overheating, they could freeze a certain percentage of your cash. Or if these poobahs decide that things are too slow, they could punish people who they conclude are saving too much. Spend it or lose it, they could decree. If you have undesirable political views, you might not be able to access your money, since traditional cash would be outlawed and your digital cash would be in a government-approved digital wallet. Digital cash would even allow governments to fine-tune monetary policy with individualized interest rates. Then there's the all-too-real challenge of security. Digital cash systems would be a hacker's delight. The treasure trove of data governments would have on every aspect of your life would be breached. As for speeding up payments, that can be achieved with improved electronic transfers. The Federal Reserve already has an experiment with that underway called FedNow. Congress should immediately hold hearings on the subject of central bank digital cash and ban the Fed from creating a digital dollar. Government digital cash is a formula for tyranny. I'm Steve Forbes. Thanks for listening. Do send in your comments and suggestions.
Fucking magazine, right? I mean, I'm not offending this guy. That's Forbes magazine, right? That's him. So I'm not gonna what's going on, man? People of the deep web, what's good? Y'all hit that like button and subscribe if y'all not subscribed, and share this out. If y'all can share this out to your social medias, I appreciate it. But hit the like button and subscribe. Share this out, because y'all are not gonna hear this from no other YouTuber, man. You're not gonna hear the real shit, man. So this dude Steve Forbes, man, this is a wealthy guy, right? It's Forbes magazine. It's a wealthy dude. He even telling you that this is not a good idea. So a rich motherfucker, with a lot of money, I don't think it's passive. I don't think he's speaking passive during the Coltrane. This motherfucker is trying to tell you something, man. Because, see, Trump be trying to tell us some shit too, dude. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This is a rich guy. This is Forbes we're talking about, right? Steve Forbes. Why would he put his neck on the line and risk his shit to tell you that the digital dollar and the central bank and digital currency is not a good idea, and the Fed app? Why would he tell you that? Why would he put himself out there like that? Right? It tells you something, makes you think, right? You know what I'm saying? BJ, what you think about this, man? This whole shit, man. That shit's crazy, huh?
Yeah, but it's par for the course, brother. We know what time we up again. We know we gets again. Only the strong survive. That's why 18,000 cattle ended up dead in Texas and stuff. So it's sink or swim, man.
And they're trying to hit us from all different types of angles. You see what I'm saying? They're trying to hit us from the
yeah. They had a shooting in Alabama last night.
Oh my goodness!
20 people shot or something.
What was they talking about, BJ? Did they call it a mass shooter? Do they call it a active shooter? What did they call it?
It was a club thing, but then they had something go to Chicago, where a lot of teenagers went and broke in Madison and a bunch of buildings.
Let's bring that up real quick, man. I seen that, man. I seen that. But see, you could get a lot of kids like that, and they could be crisis actors, dude. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to say. I don't know, man. I mean, I'm trying to hold accountability to our people too, because I know a lot of our people are out of order, man. Let's just keep it 100. A lot of these kids is fucking assholes because they're raised by a bunch of fucking assholes. Let's keep it real. The parents gonna be an asshole. The kid's gonna be an asshole. The mama asshole. The kid's gonna be an asshole. Straight up. So, but I mean, at the same time, when you see events like this, sometimes you have to be really skeptical. You just got to question everything. They called it wilding. This is not New York. See, they had an incident back in New York where something like this happened, and they called it wilding, right? And the kids were saying, "Oh, all we just wilding." And what they did, the kid took the kids' words out of context, and then they basically news is so for. See, the news don't do this to no Asians. They don't do this to no Asian gang members, man. They don't do this shit to no motherfucking. They got Middle Eastern fucking gang members out here, Crips and shit, and like you don't see them do that to these other groups. They only do it to us, and they do it to us in multiple states and cities, right? To keep the narrative on us. You know what I'm saying? These motherfuckers aren't the Mexicans bringing in fentanyl by the boatload. You don't see them making story. You don't see the news making full stories about that on every fucking Fox and CNN. You don't see that. But let's go into this real quick, man. Let's go into this. All right. This is fair use, 1976, basically Section 107. This the Copyright Acts basically gives me fair use to report on this video for commentary purposes and educational purposes. So we're going in real quick, all right?
Thank you, Mark. Developing overnight, another large teen gathering in downtown Chicago, ending with 2 teens shot. Hundreds of teens flooded Michigan Avenue last night, smashing car windows, trying to get into Millennium Park, prompting a major police response. Officers were escorting tourists and visitors to their cars in the Millennium Park parking garage. Shots were fired in the crowd around 9 o'clock last night near Michigan and Washington. 2 teen boys were wounded, both in fair condition. No one's in custody for that shooting. One Chicago native was stunned at what she was witnessing.
What I see out here is completely ludicrous, to be honest with you. I'm appalled at what I see. I'm from Chicago, and I understand kids having a good time, but this is definitely bad parenting. We have to do better as parents. Our kids should not be out here. Where are their parents at? That's my question.
Another male driver was injured when teens started jumping on his windshield, smashing it. Then they beat the man up as he sat in the driver's seat. He was taken to Northwestern Hospital.
Wild Turkey is a high-proof bourbon. The Burn, I call Delicious Spice.
I mean, where are the parents
It
at?
may
But at
not
the
be for
same
you.
time,
It may not. But when you try it, you know, okay, this is some
is this a
quality.
real event? That's what I want to know. There's a lot of kids. And this at one time, and just okay, why were they out? They didn't, I don't know, man. It's not.
Judy joins us
They
live this
give
morning
you
with the
a
very
scenario,
latest.
but they don't
Judy?
give you enough detail about.
Good morning. It is all quiet now following a chaotic night on the streets of the Loop. 2 boys were shot. Hundreds of teens managed to disrupt traffic and even CTA service. At this time, Chicago police say they have no numbers on any arrests made. There was heavy police presence as young people flooded downtown from Clark to Michigan Avenue.
How do you not know how many kids are arrested? How do you not keep? You can't. It's not easy to keep. How do you? I don't get it. How do you not know how many motherfuckers you just put in custody? That's weird. I don't know. That just sounded kind of weird. I don't know.
Shots were fired just after 9 last night. A 17-year-old boy was shot in the leg. A 16-year-old boy was shot in the arm while standing on Washington between State and Michigan. Paramedics took both of them to Northwestern Memorial Hospital in fair condition. Large numbers of young people were seen running, jumping on parked cars. Twice, groups of teens were punching, kicking, and stomping on someone on the ground. A car windshield was broken. There was massive traffic jams with officers attempting to control the crowds. Earlier in the weekend, hundreds of teens took over 31st Street Beach. A 14-year-old boy was shot at 31st and South DuSable Lakeshore Drive Friday night. Police arrested a 17-year-old not in connection with the 14-year-old boy shooting, but he faces multiple charges, including possession of a stolen gun and a high-capacity magazine. It is not the first time CPD has had to deal with situations like this. Last spring, hundreds of teens also flooded Millennium Park. There was a 16-year-old boy who was shot and killed near the Bean, prompting Mayor Lori Lightfoot to
Okay, so they just told you that this is a planned event because the same time, this is spring right now. This is spring too. This is spring. So what is the coincidence that this same shit happened the same time last year, and it was also a 16-year-old that got shot just like this year? We're not on our shit. So they basically just told you this shit was scripted. They basically told you this shit was a psyop. And they talking about gathering. Why did they gather? Why were they gathering? Why were they there? See, they don't give you enough detail. They give you enough detail to say, basically, to put the narrative as black motherfuckers crazy and wild. See, this is that black violence narrative. This is that black out of control narrative. This is that black parent, where their parents at narrative. Why were they gathering? I still need to know so I can make my synopsis on this fucking shit, man. Why were they there? What gathering? It looked like a bunch of LGBT. I just seen 2 dudes on the car twerking. It looked like some 2 really, really feminine looking dudes. So was this LGBT? I mean, who was these straight people? They don't tell you. And I seen a bunch of girls and a bunch of, I don't know. It just looked kind of like the LGBT. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. It didn't look like some straight people to me, man. So I don't know what the hell's going on, man, with none of this, man. So, like I said, man, it's not a coincidence that the same shit happened last year and a 16-year-old got hit last year, shot, just like a 16-year-old got shot this year. What a coincidence. And why did they do it last year? Why were they gathering hundreds of fucking. Don't trust me. The government will hire people like this to do shit like this. They will hire people to do events, staged events like this. They're called motherfucking crisis actors. I'm telling you, man. Y'all don't believe y'all be saying that, dude. People don't be believing me, man. This shit is real. Man, this shit is real. BJ, what you think about what we just seen, man? That little situation, man. You know what I'm saying?
I think it'd be. I mean, I just look at it like, hey, we don't have the environment for it, so let's keep it going. They're gonna keep.
Right.
They're gonna do it again.
Oh, that's true, dude. That's a good point. That's a good point. And see, that show a bunch of us.
We gotta be ready.
We gonna say?
We gotta be ready for anything.
And you notice how they'll show a bunch of us doing shit, but because there's a gang of Mexicans. There's like, dude, there's a lot of Mexicans in Chicago, bro. They'll never show you the Latinos or anybody else groups doing shit. And they got 3 white gangs in Chicago, dude. 3 white gangs. They'll never show you what they do. They never show you because they still killing and shooting each other too. The white gangs, by the way. They ain't gonna show you what the other groups do, but they'll always show us. They got the cartels in Chicago. 2 rival cartels in Chicago. They'll never put that out there on the news. Interesting how they don't never, because you would think, because these motherfuckers are the ones bringing in the fentanyl, right? Or wrong? I don't know. You see, they give you narratives when they control the motherfucking narrative. So they give you what they want when they think you should have it and how you think you should have it, like it's Burger King or something, man. You know what I'm saying? So it's really interesting.
Right.
No, I don't have a lot of excuses. That's not a lot of excuses. There ain't no excuse. I just said it could. I didn't say. See, you're not listening to what I said. I said this could be real, and I did agree with the person did say where are the parents at. I did agree with that, but at the same time, this could be a psyop because the same. I don't think you're listening. I think you're just listening to what you want to hear. You know what I'm saying? Of what I'm saying. You're not listening.
For me?
No, this person right here. People. I guess
the person in the chat. Okay, I got you.
The deep web or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You're talking about Asians. You know, the news would not love to do if the Asians were doing this and whites were doing this, the news would not be on it like that, bro. No, nah, they would not be on it like that actually, because like I just told you, you're not listening. I'm in California, and there's Asian Crips and Bloods, and there's all these other groups that are gangbanging and killing each other, and then they don't report that. I don't think you're listening. They don't report that. You see what I'm saying? But when we do shit, they report it on the daily, 24/7. Even the talk shows report and put in images and falsehoods and stereotypes on us. You feel what I'm saying? The Ricky Lake and Jenny Jones for the whole 90s to the early 2000s put false and negative images about black men out there. I don't think you understand what I'm saying. I don't even know if you really listen and pay attention to what's really going on. But I mean, that's your opinion. You can have your opinion. You know what I'm saying? But I don't agree with that shit. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? And if you come on here, you can be respectful. You don't gotta, you know what I'm saying? You don't have to come at me like that, bro. You could disagree without coming at me like that. You know what I'm saying? Talking about duh and all this shit. Don't come at me like that, bro. Duh and all that shit. That's immature shit, bro. Come at me with some other shit. You know what I'm saying? Don't come at me like that. If you disagree with something, you can disagree, but don't come at me like, cause you know what I'm saying? I'm not no dumb dude, bro. I'm very intelligent, so I don't know what the fuck, how you taking it. But anyway, like I'm saying, I just said, I don't really know the narrative of this shit. I mean, it could be a controlled narrative, but at the same time, where are these kids' parents at? But at the same time, this shit happened the same time last year, and I think that's kind of suspicious. You know what I'm saying? What are the odds of the same shit happening the same time last year in the springtime, and a 16-year-old getting shot, just like a 16-year-old got shot this year? Coincidence. And then you notice it's always when they show black craziness or something like that, or black crime, it's always Chicago. Why is it always that state? You notice that it's always that state? It's always Chicago. Shooting over the weekend. Chicago. But like I said, they have 2 rival cartels out there. You don't hear shit about them motherfuckers because the government is working with them. I didn't say it's a psyop in every city. See, you got two of these cats in the chat that just trying to go against my narrative, and I'm really tired of that shit. I'm gonna really start blocking cats because I don't have y'all come on here to just to try to debate me on shit that I'm talking about, bro. That's not what the show is about. The show is you know what I'm saying? You could have your different opinion and everything, but you talking about, you know what I'm saying? No, I don't think everything's a fucking psyop in other cities where blacks doing shit. I didn't say that. You feel what I'm saying? You notice I'm saying shit is a psyop when white people are doing it. So what are you talking about? But what are we talking about here? So, and I know Obama is a product of Chicago, but he's also a product of Hawaii. He's also a product of, you know what I'm saying? He's a product of Barry Soweto, which was a rich government plant. You feel what I'm saying? So what are we talking about here? You know, I ain't for no Obama, so I don't know why you brought that up. Oprah is also a product of Chicago. Look how much of a sellout Oprah is. So I don't know what that point was. But yeah, man. So I mean, you got to really be careful about these little incidences, man, because this is it's just, you know what I'm saying. You just be careful because when I see a gang of people, or when I see certain incidents like that, I'm just thinking this could be a crisis actor situation. You know what I'm saying? This could be a crisis. Exactly. He also had a fake birth certificate. This could be a crisis actor situation. That's all I was saying. And I'm really tired of explaining myself to cats and shit. If cats don't have the comments, have any kind of what's his name, wherewithal, any kind of don't know how to decipher what I'm saying, that's on you. We're gonna say be there.
Yeah, well look, yeah, we gotta eat up early, so yeah, it's been a great show, man. Coming on, so pretty good information. Yeah, I mean, you know, you can't worry about that. You gotta just keep on getting information out, brother.
No, you're right. You're right.
Yeah, so just hey, look, we got like 14 days left in the month of April, so we're gonna see some more stuff. Don't forget the Supreme Court rules on the abortion ruling on the 19th.
And then they did
that stuff with Clarence Thomas. That ain't nothing. That I don't think that is because he might repeal that gay law. If they do that, that'll be over.
Right. That's why they coming after Clarence Thomas all of a sudden. Exactly.
But take your time, brother.
All right, man. Shout out your channel. Shout out your information real quick, man. So cats will know, you know what I'm saying?
KingBJmedia.com, King BJ Johnson YouTube. Even though I've been suspended for like 3 months. Bernard 1121.
The truth. That's why, you know, we spit the truth. We spit shit they don't like.
Yeah, Bernard Johnson Facebook. Yeah, shout out Frank Nitty. Y'all have a good night.
All right, man. So BJ, thanks for coming out. So I'm gonna holler at y'all too. I'm about to get off here, man. Got some things I'm about to do, but you know, it was a good show, man. You know what I'm saying? And if cats agree or disagree with me, I don't mind. You know what I'm saying? I don't mind having y'all cats subscribe to my channel and stuff like that. It's all good. We all grown adults at the end of the day. Just, you know, open your eyes a little bit, some of y'all, man, and just stop. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he never. People of the deep web. Obama was not for us. He was put in there for that facade. He was put in there for that. He was put in there to make us. Excuse me, to pacify us and to keep us comfortable and throw us off politically, right? Exactly, Junior Coltrane. That don't say gay bill has nothing to do with us, and we shouldn't. Right? That don't have nothing to do with us. That shit's all some bullshit. You know, that's one thing I do agree with DeSantis about. You know what I'm saying? Is that has nothing to do with our so-called culture. None of that, right? That's a bunch of bullshit. So I'm about to get off here. So I'm gonna holler at y'all, man. Good looking out, Junior Coltrane, man. You know, even though we might not all disagree, but you know what I'm saying. Appreciate the feedback. My man Mason Capone, you know what I'm saying. Deep Dark Web, you know what I mean. Good looking out for coming on. Doc Boss is a beast, you know what I'm saying? The OG. I'm gonna holler at y'all, man. Peace out. I'm gonna do a show, you know what I'm saying, probably Wednesday or something in this week, all right? So I'm gonna holler at y'all, man. Thanks. Subscribe if y'all not subscribed, and share this out to your social media if y'all can, man. And I appreciate it. And hit the like button, all right? I'm out.